This video is brought to you by Miniature Market. Thousands of board games, miniatures, and paints, discount prices at miniaturemarket.com.
Hello everybody, welcome to another War and Pieces. Well, today we're going to be talking about something that I think it'll be split down the middle, but I'm really curious to see what everybody thinks. And I'm going to give some of my thoughts on it as well. Now, do you rather play a solitary war game, or would you rather play a game such as Great War Commanders, where it takes anywhere from 2 to 3 players, and you can only play this with 2 or 3 players? By the way, we'll be talking about this one. This is really good, by the way. But what are your thoughts? Make sure that you put them down in the comments below. Now, everybody's been saying, at least recently, that there's more and more solitary games, but that's not necessarily true. This all started, I believe, back in the day. And we can go back as far as the 60s and 70s, where people didn't have somebody to play with. There wasn't gaming groups where you can go and play an epic war game that you can leave on the table for 4 or 5 weeks and get your buddies together every other Saturday or every Friday or whatever to play. It started with play-by-mail. Now, I don't know, some of you younger guys even know what play-by-mail was, but you would actually put your moves and the person would have the same game, and you would actually just go back and forth by mail. So you could play somebody overseas and you maybe would get a letter every 10 days, maybe every 2 weeks. And that's the way a lot of people played. But solitary play didn't just start there. Finding a good group or finding good partners to play was a lot easier in the day, but also it wasn't as easy when computers came along. Now, computers came along, they started to take all the Avalon Hill games and stuff like that and convert them over. You can actually play games actually on your Commodore 64 or your Apple, and they were good, solid games, and you would be able to either play by modem, which was another way, which still has that solitary component, but you're still playing against somebody. So solitary games have been here all along. It's just now the AIs are where you can lay out a board game and actually have the AI work for itself, or play the game itself, instead of playing a person that may be far away or a computer AI opponent or such. Now, nothing beats the experience of playing somebody live, but that's usually hard to find. How do you find that person that's in your area? Well, there's always gaming groups and there's war gaming groups, but it takes a lot of time. Who's going to be able to leave a game up? Or are you going to be able to play a huge game like Second Front, where you're going to have an epic battle that may go 10 to 12 hours and be able to play it in segments and have the space? Who had that space at the time? I did, but that's neither here nor there. But and then finding that person that's going to give you that commitment is always difficult. Finding someone that has that commitment. Now, there have been wargaming groups for as long as there's been time, and a lot of them have been tried and true friends that have grown together and gotten to know each other and have played these games throughout. But finding that is a rare combination. It's very hard. I know it's hard for me to find people to play, and usually I end up playing myself. So I kind of miss those play-by-mail games a little bit, or playing over the computer as much as I do. As a matter of fact, nowadays you can do it on your PS4, but let's be honest, how many games are out there that are that good out there? Road to Moscow, very, very good. But I would love to see tons more. And let's be honest, the PC, they're out there. It's just I really don't have an answer as far as where they are now. I'm sure some of you are going to put in this thread all the wonderful places that I could probably go with a PC, but sometimes we don't have the power to PC and the comfort to just be able to do that, or even the time to find an opponent where you can sit there for 4 or 5 hours. You would love to split up the time. I wonder if it's even out there, and I would love to hear your comments and your thoughts on this. But I'm just talking basically from a board gaming perspective, how unique it is to have that rare group. ASL, which is the godfather of all war games, if you really think about it, and probably the most group intense game, is really they have such a passion for that game that those groups are very unique, and they are all throughout there are pockets of them all throughout the states. Conventions are a great way to get that big game in, especially, you know, a lot of these wargaming conventions that start on Friday and on a Sunday, and you get to spend time with people that you get to see all the time, or maybe even make new friends or discover people. I know when I go to Huracan, I always try to talk and try to find out who's in this area that loves to play war games. Then, of course, there's the whole thing. Is it easy to invite somebody into your home that you don't know? That's not an easy thing either. So the solo aspect is a lot more appealing, but then people go, you miss the interaction of talking with a human being, basically, and getting to know somebody, getting to watch their reactions and how they react, and can you play upon their emotions to make them make a mistake. And that's some of the more rewarding parts of wargaming, is being able to outthink your opponent at times, not in a malicious way, of course, but just enjoying the competition between two people in this fun setting of playing war games. So, is it solo games? Is it games with 2 or more players or groups? Which one do you guys prefer? For me, I have to say right now it's the solo game. I've been enjoying a lot of the solo games. They just seem to be getting better and better and better. And, you know, I can play it in my own time. But do I enjoy playing against somebody? God knows I love putting out a game and playing against the Jarl himself. There's nothing more exciting. So you're kind of torn. Which do you prefer? Maybe you prefer both, but I would love to hear what you guys think and how you guys go about getting your wargaming in. And that's what that really comes down to. Whether you do it solo or in a group or just with a parent or your children. How do you get your wargaming in? I'd love to hear it. Leave the comments below, and as always, it's your old pal Rob. Until next time, when we have another War and Pieces, we'll see you soon.